This is your News Now.
Over the last hour, more storms have rolled through central Indiana, bringing heavy rain, lightning, and wind. Thanks for joining us now at 11. I'm Michael Van Schoik. Chief Meteorologist Chris Wright is here now tracking this latest round of weather and what's already been a very busy weather week, Chris.
Yeah, we had a severe thunderstorm watch. It was in effect. It just expired at 11 o'clock here across central Indiana. We're still getting some much-needed drought-busting rainfall across the state right now. Some heavy pockets of rain have moved across central Indiana today as the warm front lifted north of us. We saw a nice warm-up this afternoon, and right now the strongest storms are moving into east central Indiana. Heavy rainfall right now from Anderson on down through Rushville. Heavy rainfall back up around Kokomo, around Monticello, and lighter rainfall across west central Indiana. This is moving off to the east at 30 miles per hour. Not expecting any severe weather for the remainder of tonight, but we are going to get some much-needed rain to continue across the area. Picked up a half-inch of rain here in the city. Over an inch of rainfall fell in Bloomington. Down across south central Indiana, we saw anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain. Some heavy pockets of rainfall in Greene County and Lawrence County and in Jennings County as well. Much needed rainfall. This has been a very dry season for us. We also saw some gusty winds out there. Peak wind gust of 36 miles per hour here in the city, and we had a couple of storm reports from a couple of trees down due to some gusty winds over southwest Indiana. We still saw high temperatures in the middle 80s this afternoon, but that rain has cooled us down. We're at 69 here in the city, 70 in Lafayette, and 75 in Kokomo. Dew point temperatures are near 70, so it's warm and humid out there, and we'll keep the scattered showers and storms going at about 3 o'clock in the morning. After that, they'll taper off, but we'll see more showers and storms developing again tomorrow afternoon. Coming up in the 7-day forecast, you got a wet streak of weather coming our way. We'll look ahead to the 4th of July later in this newscast.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. Crews are still working to restore power to homes and businesses following this week's storms. AES Indiana says in Indianapolis, there are just over 14,000 customers without electricity. And looking across the state, Duke Energy is reporting over 55,000 customers are still without power. Both AES and Duke have brought in workers from other states to help restore power. They're working as quickly as possible. AES says they've now restored power to about 80% of those who lost it on Thursday and hope to have most power back on by tomorrow night. And 4th of July weekend, of course, is here. And if you're thinking about taking your boat out on the water, officials with the State Department of Natural Resources want you to be safe. CBS4's Levi Harvey is on the water, finding out what you need to know before you celebrate.
I'm on the water here at Lake Monroe with conservation officers who tell me that Operation Dry Water kicks off this 4th of July weekend. So if you plan to be on the water, this is what you need to know.
Our main focus is safety, right? And boating under the influence, or BUIs, is one of our main factors in our boat accidents and incidents that happen on the water.
If you're going to drink and boat, there will be someone watching.
And we want to make it safe for everybody, right?
David Moss is just one of many conservation officers who will be patrolling the waters this holiday weekend.
Just like driving a car, it is illegal to drive a boat when your blood alcohol content is 0.08 or higher.
A boat operator under the influence can be charged with a misdemeanor and face paying a big fine.
And that's a safety thing.
Officer Moss says the state averages 78 BWIs a year. And with drinking and boating, safety is obviously a big concern.
On average, 50 drownings a year, and a lot of those probably have something to do with drinking.
Officials say that every boat needs a working fire extinguisher and to have a life vest for each person on board.
It's about personal watercraft, and you're supposed to have an actual wearable life jacket on the whole time you're on those.
And it's not just drinking you should be concerned about.
So if you're taking any medication and boating, you need to talk to your doctor about that and see if that's going to impair you, because any kind of drug impairment is going to fall under that boating under the influence.
Moss also says it's not recommended to have fireworks on board a boat. It raises the chances of starting a fire on the water. At Lake Monroe, Levi Harvey, CBS4 News.
All right, thank you very much, Levi. Tonight, a Bloomington man has been found guilty of 3 crimes in connection to the death of an IU student last year. 35-year-old Eric Montgomery was found guilty yesterday of rape, obstruction of justice, and furnishing alcohol to a minor. The convictions come after 20-year-old Avery McMillan died in 2022. Police say they were called to an off-campus home in August of that year, where they found McMillan unconscious and unresponsive. First responders tried giving her 3 doses of Narcan, but she didn't survive. After he was found guilty, Montgomery admitted to being a habitual offender, which could carry an additional penalty of up to 20 years in prison. Sentencing for Montgomery is set for August 4th. And a reminder, bars in Broad Ripple will close tonight at 1 o'clock in the morning as the village works to make changes to address recent crime there. Last Sunday, 3 people were killed and 1 was injured in a shooting there. So this week, bars and restaurants agreed to start closing at 1 a.m. every night. The parking lot at Broad Ripple Station also closes at 11 each night now, with the Village Association adding lighting and cameras and restricting parking in that area. Some Broad Ripple patrons say recent crime has kept them from going to the area at night, but they're hoping these efforts will help combat crime and keep large crowds from gathering.
Definitely more later at night, and so I think if you can get people out of here a little bit earlier, maybe get people here earlier when the sun's still out, then that might have an effect and change what's going on late at night.
Business and city leaders say they're doing everything they can to keep tragedy from striking these streets once again. Starting today, several new laws go into effect across Indiana. Now, they include speed cameras installed in some construction zones as part of a pilot program for work zone safety. Women can start having birth control prescribed by a pharmacist instead of a doctor. And the state's gasoline tax will go up from 33 cents to 34 cents a gallon. Another one of the laws means you could start seeing children in your favorite bar. According to the new law, minors still have to be with adults in bar areas, and restaurants and bars can choose not to allow minors in the bar area. Today, dozens took to the streets of Indianapolis to march to the State House and express their outrage over recent laws enacted across Indiana. The march was preceded by a prayer vigil hosted by the United Church of Christ at the Indiana Convention Center. Protesters spoke against recent changes to the law, including the new abortion ban and recent restrictions on gender-affirming care in Indiana.
Love, in the end, will triumph. And what this gathering is demonstrating is that people can come together, and we need to find a way forward, recognizing that all people are valued and loved enough, heard, seen, and we must believe them.
You can read about the ongoing legal challenges to the abortion law and the gender-affirming care laws on our website now. That's CBS4Indy.com. A potentially record-breaking weekend of travel is causing frustration for many. This 4th of July weekend, AAA is predicting more crowds at both the airport and on the roads. 43 million people are expected to travel by car this holiday weekend, and more than 4 million will take flight. Heavy traffic on the roads and delays in air travel are expected. If you are flying, one of the biggest reasons for those delays is severe weather. Another big problem is nationwide staffing issues, specifically among air traffic control. And there also have been some technical issues among some airlines. We caught up with some travelers at Indianapolis International Airport earlier today. They say the biggest frustration with any kind of delay is the disruption it causes.
Just being off schedule, that's it. The itinerary, I have to pick up a child in Atlanta, so if there's any delays, I would think that would impact that.
Just be patient and be kind to the people because, you know, we're all trying to get to a destination.
For live updates on delays and cancellations at the Indianapolis International Airport, we've linked you to information on our website, CBS4Indy.com. Across the country today, holiday travelers found more than 4,000 flights delayed and roughly 700 canceled. That's an improvement to the cancellation chaos that disrupted travel Wednesday through Friday. But starting today, there's a new potential problem. CBS's Michael George has more.
On an already frustrating holiday travel weekend,
we were supposed to get home Wednesday nights, and we're just getting home now.
A deal with the FCC allows wireless companies to start powering up new 5G towers near major airports today. An altimeter bounces radio signals off the ground to determine how high the plane is flying. But 5G signals could potentially interfere with those readings, making landing in fog or other poor visibility conditions dangerous. CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg explains this has nothing to do with your phone or whether it's in airplane mode.
Those don't affect the navigation, but a 5G tower can, because it's sending a signal, not for the plane, but that signal can actually disrupt the readings you're going to get on the radio altimeter, which would give the pilot a false altitude reading.
Most major U.S. airlines have fully upgraded to new altimeters that aren't affected by 5G signals. Delta Airlines told CBS News due to supply chain problems, 190 of its planes aren't yet retrofitted. In a statement, Delta says some of our aircraft will have more restrictions for operations in inclement weather. Safety of flight will never be in question. The airline says it only expects minimal delays.
The airlines will always err on the edge of safety, and if they have to divert, they will.
Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Today, dozens of Hoosiers came together in Hawville to celebrate the history and future of the historic area of Indianapolis. It's the second year the Heritage Day has been put on. Attendees were able to enjoy a fish fry and talent show while looking at new plans for Hawville and Belmont Beach areas. Organizers say it's a good way to put a more positive message out.
I know from the outside looking in, Hawville can be a place that a lot of people are terrified, but this day is solidified from here on out to move forward, just to showcase and highlight all the good things, the positive things, and all the talent and culture that we do have over in Hawville.
One of the future projects discussed at today's meeting is Hawville Riverfront Vision Plan. Now, we've previously covered that plan and how you can put your input. Now head to CBS4Indy.com and search Hawville Riverfront to learn more.
Much needed rainfall coming down here across central Indiana. Heavy rainfall from Monticello to Logansport on over toward Rushville, lifting off to the northeast. We'll see more rain coming up for tomorrow across central Indiana. We'll have your Sunday forecast coming up.
This week on CBS4 This Morning, Amazon is paying a hefty fine for keeping your children's data. We'll have tips from the FTC on protecting your kids' privacy.
And we're looking at a hot week with storm chances, your local weather, and morning commute weekday mornings on CBS4.
Attention DirecTV Uverse subscribers. You could soon lose the full range of programming you pay for. That means losing CBS4 News and your favorite CBS programs. Call 800-531-5000 to keep CBS4.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Holiday World and Splash and Safari, along with our amazing rides and friendly service, there's always free parking, free soft drinks, and free sunscreen. You want the most family fun for your dollar. And at Holiday World, we get you. We're just not out to get you. Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
Downtown Indy's 4th Best Fireworks, Tuesday at 10 p.m. on Fox 59.
The combined power of Fox 59 and CBS4 investigations. Protecting Indiana. Keeping the powerful accountable.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Severe heat is scorching much of the country just as travelers head out for the long holiday weekend. Temperatures from California to the Gulf Coast are in the danger zone. Merced, California is baking under 111 degrees. New Orleans checking in at 100, and Tampa, Florida, a relatively mild 97 degrees. CBS's Elise Preston is on the beach in Santa Monica, California.
California's first heat wave of the summer has many trying to cool off by the ocean. Crowds coming to Santa Monica to take their spot in the sand.
Summer is kicking in.
Summer's kicking in. You can definitely feel the summer heat.
The sun is scorching Texas, Arizona, Nevada, and California, upping the risk of heat stroke.
The symptoms are profuse sweating, slightly elevated body temperature, muscle aches, nausea, fatigue.
Texas is under a punishing heat dome. Austin and Fort Worth hit triple digits every day this week. adding to the spike in emergency room visits. The CDC says doctors in Texas and nearby states treated more than 1,000 patients a day for heat-related illnesses. The holiday and heat has firefighters bracing for more wildfires like this one in Colorado. To reduce the threat, crews are getting rid of trees and vegetation. Water parks, pools, and cooling centers are popular as Americans look for relief.
I have lots of air conditioning on, lots of fans.
Doctors advise everyone drink plenty of water and wear loose-fitting clothes to prevent heat illnesses. Elise Preston, CBS News, Santa Monica, California.
And we're getting another look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Chris Wright. Chris, I feel like it's Groundhog Day. We've been seeing this same weather over and over again.
Yeah, we had rainfall Thursday, Friday, and now today, and we'll see more scattered showers and storms developing again tomorrow afternoon. And just like today, heaviest rain is going to fall tomorrow night. Had this warm front lift north of us today. Showers and storms developed as the front moved on through. We did have a severe thunderstorm watch that expired at 11 o'clock this evening. And right now we got some heavy rainfall from Kokomo into Anderson on down through Connorsville. Heaviest rainfall making its way through east central Indiana right now, but still some light rain falling across west central Indiana. We'll take any rainfall we can get after what's been a very dry season for us. We did warm up to 86 before the rainfall moved in. Right now we're at 69 degrees with the rain coming down across the area. South wind at 10 miles per hour and the humidity's at 93%. Very dry for April, May and June, but July got off to a wet start. Almost an inch of rain has come down so far today and it's still raining right now. Going to keep our temperature in the middle and upper 80s over the next 4 days. Going to see a warming trend by next Wednesday. We'll get the high near 90 and the steamy tropical humidity is going to stick around for us, so no relief coming from that. Month of July is here. We keep the average high temperature in the middle 80s, but we lose 38 minutes of daylight this month, and the 30-day outlook for the month is calling for temperatures to be near average and precipitation to be above average. We could use that extra rainfall as we've been very dry and moderate drought has spread across the state. Now during the day tomorrow, we'll start the day with a mix of clouds and sunshine. We'll stay dry on through lunchtime, but by 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, a few isolated showers and storms will start popping up for us, and some of us will see some heavy downpours. It is still going to be a warm day tomorrow, but not as warm as today with the rain starting earlier. We'll find the high temperature only in the middle 80s tomorrow afternoon. Then strong storms are likely for us tomorrow evening. We'll see some heavy downpours between 7 and 9 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, the rain will start to taper off. In the forecast overnight across the area, we'll see the rain and thunderstorms ending. This is going to be a warm, humid night with some patchy fog down to a low temperature of 71. We'll have gusty winds tomorrow from the southwest up around 20 miles per hour. It is going to be a warm, humid day with scattered storms after 3 o'clock, the high at 84. And the 7-day forecast will keep the scattered storms in the forecast on through Monday. On Tuesday, the high temperature at 87. More scattered storms in the forecast on through Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the 80s. And then finally by next Friday and Saturday, sunny skies, cooler temperatures and lower humidity will end the week with highs near 80.
The Pacers making noise yet again as they continue to upgrade their roster. We've got the latest comings and goings. And Simon's wild ride. An Indy 500 winner survives one of the scariest crashes in recent history. We'll get Pagenaud's reaction to this horrific flip during practice coming up.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. This weekend only, shop 4th of July doorbusters up to 50% off. Or pay 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Don't miss it. Friday through Tuesday only at Ashley.
This is your summer, Central Indiana. Make new discoveries with the most versatile lineup of Ford SUVs with the capability and tech that helps you forge new paths. Check out our inventory that's in stock and available now with truckloads more arriving daily. Or start your search at buyfordnow.com. Get ready, Central Indiana. This summer is yours. Now get an Explorer XLT with 3.9 financing for 60 months plus $3,000 total cash. Only from your Central Indiana Ford dealer.
We're bringing the excitement of 4th of July fireworks to you. Join us for a commercial-free presentation of Downtown Indy's 4th Fest presented by UA Local 440. Join us Tuesday at 10 p.m. only on Fox 59.
You no longer have to deal with stinky, dirty trash bins. Call Clean Bins Indy today and we'll clean your bins out and get them looking and smelling like new. Plus get rid of any germs that may be lurking in them. We offer several levels of service. Scan the QR code and get 40% off your first cleaning. Use the discount code CLEAN. Clean Bins of Indy, serving all of the Indy area. Call us today and get your trash bins looking and smelling like new. Call 317-204-2344 or scan the code to get your bins clean. Clean Bins Indy.
Maybe wood or vinyl. So you're thinking the same height the fence is now?
I think so.
Maybe a 5-foot fence.
Need advice? Peerless Fence has the Midwest's largest selection of top quality name brand fences. From wood and composite to vinyl and active yards maintenance free fencing, we've got it. Right now, get up to 50% off your fence installation when you order by July 31st. Live peerlessly.
Cool nights start at Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale. Right now, you can save $500 off new mattress arrivals like the Temper Breeze. Plus, pay 0% interest for 60 months. For better sleep and better savings, visit your local Ashley today.
Time for sports. I'm Chris Widlick. NBA free agency is barely 24 hours old, and the Pacers have reportedly dealt a former first-round pick, signed a free agent NBA champion, traded for a power forward, and agreed to a long-term deal with their best player. Kevin Pritchard is not messing around. Tyrese Halliburton is going to be with the Pacers for a while, and that's a great thing. ESPN reporting the All-Star guard will sign a 5-year, $260 million contract extension. Massive. The 12th overall pick in 2020 finished the season averaging 21 points, 10 assists a game for the blue and gold, and blossomed into a great playmaker, leader, and ball handler, not to mention his three-point sharpshooting. And the new big money deal got the attention of his teammates as they prepare for summer league action.
I told him I like Rolex, I like G-Shock, whatever it is, but I got to share a little bit. No, I'm really happy, man. Ty's working really hard, and he's been, a leader since I met him. And obviously, I want him to keep it that way. And obviously, we have pretty good players coming in to the team this season, and we're trying to make the playoffs next year. So. And Ty is right now the head of the snake, so pretty much I'm really happy for him.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's really good for him, just what he's been able to do while he's here, the extension that he got. So, I mean, I'm definitely happy for him, and I'm happy for myself, too, to just being able to play with such a high-level point guard.
I think we're all happy for him. Well, 3 years after the Knicks drafted Obi Toppin 8th overall, he's now a Pacer. The 25-year-old was dealt to Indiana for 2 future second-round picks. Pacers cleared cap space in the Chris Duarte to Sacramento deal to absorb the $6.8 million on Toppin's current contract. 6'9" Toppin, who never got consistent minutes in New York, will compete with Jarris Walker for the starting forward position. And while the roster continues to change, the young guys tipped off Summer League camp this afternoon at the Pacers complex. Along with the team's 4 draft picks and free agents, a few veterans will travel to Las Vegas next week. Benedict Mathurin, Andrew Nembhard, and Isaiah Jackson will be on hand when top pick Jarris Walker sees his first action as a pro, so expect some nerves.
I feel like that's going to be for everybody, though. Like, we're human. There's going to be them butterflies before the game, but once the ball get tipped up, I've been hooping my whole life, so I'll be ready to go. I mean, it's definitely real now. Like, we're in here practicing, getting shots up after. So, I mean, like, it's just a new team, new opportunity, new people to meet, new brothers, so I'm definitely excited.
Well, on the ladies' side, the Indiana Fever have a second All-Star. Veteran guard Kelsey Mitchell named a reserve a few days after Aaliyah Boston earned a start in the WNBA's Classic. The 6-year Fever guard is averaging a team-best 17 points a game while shooting lights out from the three-point line. The All-Star game tips in Las Vegas July 15. Mitchell and Boston are back at the Fieldhouse to meet the Chicago Sky Sunday after a 4-game road trip. Well, shocking turn of events for 2019 Indy 500 winner Simon Pagenaud during practice at Mid-Ohio. The Meyer-Shank driver escaped serious injury when his car barrel rolled 7 times through the gravel. The 39-year-old remarkably walked away from the scary crash after losing control when his brakes failed, coming out of a 180-mile-per-hour straightaway. So what was he thinking when he knew there was trouble?
Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It was a hell of a ride for sure. When something broke and I couldn't slow down, so I tried to make the corner anyways. You know, it's like maybe I can. I know that gravel is deadly. Basically, the car took off. I hit the gravel and it just rolled. So just glad I didn't go over the tire wall, and so glad we have the aero screen.
Absolutely stunning. Pagenaud was evaluated and released by the IndyCar medical team, but he has not been cleared to return to racing. He'll be reevaluated tomorrow. As for qualifying, runaway points leader Alex Palou reached the Fast Six, but came up just short in the run for the pole. He'll start P4 on the second row. The big surprise, this guy, Graham Rahal. It's been a season-long struggle for he and his team, but Rahal aced it on his home track and starts second. That's his best qualifying in 4 years. But Colton Herta needed his last lap to edge out Rahal and will start P1 for the second consecutive race.
They gave me a good car that was good on both tire compounds, so we had the option to run both. And yeah, the Cambridge Honda was flying, and yeah, just really happy to get 2 in a row. It's a heck of a lot further forward than I'm used to starting, so I'm super proud of this guy, Eddie, and Adam, and everybody, Mike Cicerelli, everybody on this team that have kept their head down, pushed hard.
Yeah, good for Graham. Well, coming up, Windy City Cup cars. For the first time ever, NASCAR takes to the streets of Chicago, roaring down the Magnificent Mile with no stoplights to slow them down. Who navigated the challenging course?
I've got to get someone to fix this AC today.
Grandma, what is that?
This is my phone book.
You don't need that big book.
Times sure have changed.
Times have changed, but our quality service has stayed the same for over 20 years.
Call Mr. Quick for on time.
Here at Precision, we know cold.
Springs definitely hate it.
There's no really a good time to tell when the spring's gonna break, it just breaks.
Fixing garage doors is what we do here at Precision. I can fix a broken spring the same day and get you on your way.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
So you're fed up with that one cable news network you knew and loved, and more importantly, trusted. Did you know there's another choice out there you can trust? News Nation has a trust rating higher than CNN, Fox, and MSNBC. And you can only be the most trusted name in news with the most trusted names in news. See why America's fastest growing cable news network is News Nation. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
My name's Kevin. I'm 60 years old. I had a lot of heartburn and indigestion, and it was getting bad. They gave me a CT scan, and they found a large mass. I couldn't talk. I mean, I started crying. They ended up getting a group together of different doctors, and if it wasn't for that team, I wouldn't be here. They put the right plan together and made it work. And I'm so grateful.
Attention DirecTV Uverse subscribers. Don't sit still. Don't get locked out. You could soon lose the full range of our programming you pay for. That means losing CBS4 Indianapolis, including shows like CBS4 News, sports, and your favorite CBS programs. Don't let DirecTV Uverse lock you out. Take action and call 800-531-5000. Tell DirecTV Uverse to keep CBS4.
This is your summer, Central Indiana. Accomplish more with Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 46 years. Experience the power and performance of the entire lineup of versatile Ford trucks. Check out our inventory that's in stock and available now, with truckloads more arriving daily. Or start your search at buyfordnow.com. Get ready, Central Indiana. This summer is yours. Now get 3.9 financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on an F-150 XLT. Only from your Central Indiana Ford dealer.
Downtown Indy's 4th Fest Fireworks, Tuesday at 10 p.m. on Fox 59. Congratulations to CBS4, Emmy winner for News Excellence.
Don't wait for a costly AC breakdown to ruin your summer.
When your AC system breaks down, there's only one call to make.
Our team of experts will make sure your AC blows strong all summer. Call Mr. Quick today and get $54 off your AC repair.
Call Mr. Quick for on time.
Well, we're at the midpoint of the IndyCar points race. Right about the same time the silly season begins. We spoke with Speed Sports' Bruce Martin, our open wheel insider, about the futures of the top 2 points leaders, Chip Ganassi Racing teammates Alex Palou and Marcus Ericsson.
Well, we're led to believe that Alex Palou's contract is with McLaren next year, whether it be in IndyCar, possibly in Formula One, but it really looks like that seems to be the way things are going. But I have to be honest, if he continues this success that he's had at Chip Ganassi Racing, I don't know how you let him get away. It all depends on the legality of the contracts. Unlike last year when he seemed to be pretty frank and open about his contract situation, he's the exact opposite this year. He's still Alex Palou. He's still a friendly guy, but he doesn't give you he's not revealing anything about his contract. And he said, we probably won't know for another 3 to 4 months, maybe. Marcus Ericsson deserves to get a full-time ride, deserves to get a full-time paying ride. Chip Ganassi takes offense to the term paying ride because he is getting paid, but he's also brought sponsorship to the team, which has helped him do that. And I know that Marcus has gotten frustrated with the way things have gone negotiation-wise with Chip Ganassi Racing. It seems like that story really started in April, whether he was going to be re-signed at Chip Ganassi Racing or not. But if Marcus Ericsson does become available, there's a lot of other teams out there that are in line to want to swipe him up, probably even Andretti Autosport. But I think he's in a pretty good negotiating position right now. I think a lot of these questions will be answered by one man, and that's Chip Ganassi.
Oh, stay tuned. That's why it's silly. To Chicago's lakefront, NASCAR rolling the dice, hoping a race down the city streets of Chicago will spark new interest. Well, Kevin Harvick, probably not happy about it, found the wall during qualifying. And it's Denny Hamlin who claimed the pole, edging Brickyard champion Tyler Reddick. Drivers cruising at an average speed of 89 miles an hour in downtown Chicago on the 12-turn, 2.2-mile course. Crazy stuff. Well, NASCAR goes green in Chi-Town at 5:30 Sunday. IndyCar's Mid-Ohio event begins at 1:30, a few hours after Formula One's Grand Prix in Austria. Call it gearhead heaven. Chris?
Yeah, we got some scattered showers making their way across central Indiana right now. They'll end overnight, but we'll see more showers and storms firing up again tomorrow.
All righty. Well, that looked crazy, seeing all of that downtown Chicago.
Yeah, crazy stuff indeed. Yeah.
Fun to see. Well, thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your night.